Graphing quadratic functions in standard form. The graph of the parabola is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c with some important features. Here we have the axis of symmetry, which is negative b over 2a. We have the y-intercept, which is 0, c. We mirror that point over here, which would be negative b over a, c. And finally, we have the vertex down here, which is negative b over 2a, the function at that point, negative b over 2a, like that. To graph the function f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, step 1, locate the axis of symmetry, x equals negative b over 2a. Step 2, locate the vertex. By plugging in this x value into the function, we get our vertex point. Step 3, locate the y-intercept, which is when x equals 0, so we solve for c. Step 4, then we find the mirror point, so we mirror that point across the axis of symmetry, and that coordinate will be negative b over a, c. Step 5, locate one more point on one side of the axis and then reflect it across. Step 6, connect the dots. Complete the graph of g of x equals x squared plus 6x plus 2. Step 1, the axis of symmetry. Negative b over 2a gives us x equals negative 3. So we've drawn a red dotted line at x equals negative 3. Step 2, we've plugged that point into the function and we get negative 3, negative 7 as our vertex. So negative 3, negative 7, we draw a dot. Step 3, we find the y-intercept. We plug 0 into the function and we get 2 as a result. So we draw a point at 0, 2. Then we mirror this point over. So 1, 2, 3 is the distance between this point and the axis. So we count 1, 2, 3 and draw another point at exactly the same y value, 2. Then one more point and reflect it. So we find the value at x equals negative 1, and we get, by plugging it into the function, we get negative 3 as a result. So we plot the point negative 1, negative 3. Then we mirror the point over the axis of symmetry to the other side, and then we connect the dots. Let's graph f of x equals 2x squared minus 4x minus 3. All right, let's find the axis of symmetry, which is negative b over 2a. Negative b would be positive 4 over 2 times 2, so that is 1. So we draw a red dotted line at 1. Next, we want the vertex, so we plug 1 into the function. So f of 1 equals 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 3, which equals 2 minus 4 minus 3, which gives us 1, negative 5. So we draw that point there. Step 3 is the y-intercept. So we plug 0 into the function, and we get negative 3. So 0, negative 3, draw a dot. Next, we'll mirror that point over the x-axis, over this axis of symmetry. And so then we get 2, negative 3 as this point. Step 5, we find the value at x equals negative 1, which is 3. So then we mirror that point over, and then step 6 is we connect the dots.